Hello and welcome everyone to my channel. On here I like to share my passion for investing by talking stocks, investing principles, and lessons from the greats like Warren Buffett. This is a community for investors that like to keep it simple. We buy great businesses and ideally we hold them forever. I call that quality investing. We don't worry about day-to-day price fluctuations, but we do like periods when the market is down because that drags good businesses along with it and allows us to buy them at a lovely discount. We focus on the fundamentals of the business and we do our best to understand what the future economics of the business may look like. Today, we're going to look at quotes from the all-time great Warren Buffett, and I'm just going to give you my interpretation of what I think they mean. All right, let's get started. Please, if you haven't already, hit that like button for this amazing video and subscribe to the channel. It really helps me out and it lets me know you want to be a part of this community of quality investors. Also, hit that notification bell so you can know right away when I post more great content just like this. Quote number 1. Growth and value investing are joined at the hip. To me, this speaks to mindset. We need to forget about these various categories and just think about all of our investments as growth investments, because really, that's what we all want. Quote number 2. If you aren't willing to own a stock for 10 years, don't even think about owning it for 10 minutes. This is the essence of buy and hold. We're not in this game to trade or make a quick profit. We're in this game to own great businesses so we can hold them forever and reap those rewards of the value those businesses create. If we don't want to do that, we shouldn't be in the stock market in the first place, and we need to look for alternatives. Keeping this in mind helps us when we're evaluating businesses that we'd like to buy, because we want to know, okay, this is a business we believe in for the long term. Quote 3. The business schools reward difficult, complex behavior more than simple behavior. But simple behavior is more effective. If any of you follow college football, you'll know that after the 2023 season, the Pac-12 will no longer exist. And one of the reasons is they could never come to an agreement on a TV deal. However, that TV deal was really laughed out of the room because of this article right here. Pac-12 downfall. Professor reportedly developed healthy TV valuation, but ESPN did not react very well to it. To summarize, ESPN offered the Pac-12 $30 million per school to televise their football games. However, when the Pac-12 CEO group met to discuss the offer, one of the league presidents had other ideas. The president worked with a professor on his campus to come up with their own estimate of what the 10 schools should get based on their market value, $50 million. George and our media consultant were pretty clear there was some risk, but they said, nope, our numbers show we're worth this, go ask for it. A source with direct knowledge of the negotiations, not authorized to speak publicly about them, told the Times. ESPN did not react very well to it. Essentially, they live in a world of theory, and we have to operate in a world of reality. So don't allow all the fancy complex formulas that the institutions out there put out to try to confuse our investing strategies. Don't let them fool you. Just keep it simple, and that's how you're going to generate great returns. It also means if somebody comes to you trying to sell you this great investment strategy, yet only they can understand it, think every investment vehicle on Wall Street, then I would turn and run in the other direction, because they're just trying to extract fees from you. Quote 4. If you don't find a way to make money while you sleep, you will work until you die. For me, this is pretty simple. Find a way to generate passive income. No matter what, we have expenses to pay. Those expenses will go on the rest of our lives. And if we want to have those just paid out automatically without even thinking about it, we have to have passive income. If we don't, we have to continually work until we die. And we have to also understand that just having a big chunk of cash in the bank is not going to help you here. We have to have a continuous stream of income to fund our lives, and the best way to do that is generate passive income with dividends, real estate investments, and so on, and just let that income work for you. And that way, we won't have to work forever, and we can hopefully all retire early. Quote 5. The 3 most important words in investing: margin of safety. This one says it all. Whenever we look at a business that we want to buy, we have to bake in a margin of safety based on whatever price we come up with as a good buy price. That gives us a pretty healthy cushion to be wrong in our estimated values. Let's be honest here. Whatever we think is going to happen is probably not going to happen. So we have to allow ourselves a margin of safety to forgive ourselves for the crazy errors we always make. Quote 6. The best chance to deploy capital is when things are going down. Basically, don't be afraid of the market when it's on a downswing. We're kind of going through that right now, and really, that's the best time to buy, because that is when a lot of those businesses become undervalued and we can scoop them up at bargain prices. So whenever there's a bunch of fear out there and prices are going down, don't worry about it, just buy. Quote 7. Risk comes from not knowing what you're doing. Guys, I can't stress this enough. Research, research, research. If you're buying an investment without knowing anything about it, you will lose money. That's the bottom line, and we do not want to lose money. Another bonus quote from Mr. Buffett: rule number 1, never lose money. Rule number 2, don't forget rule number 1. You can't diversify away your risk in a portfolio, but you can mitigate your risk by knowing exactly what you're buying. Know your circle of competence, stick to it, and buy great businesses within that circle, and then hold them. You'll do great that way, and we all want to do great. Quote 8. The stock market is a wonderfully efficient mechanism for transferring wealth from the inpatient to the patient. Another gem from Mr. Buffett here. Basically, we have to be patient with our investments. The market rewards those that have a steeled resolve and can handle the massive volatility that sometimes presents itself in our investments. If we're impatient and we sell early, or we buy on a panic, we're not going to do well that way. We're just going to have the market extract our wealth. But if we want that market to work for us and give us that wealth, patience is the essence of everything. And this applies to a lot of things in life. We will do a lot better just by delaying gratification, waiting for those great rewards, and just doing the work instead of trying to get everything all at once, which is what our modern society wants us to do. Quote 9. Without passion, you don't have energy. Without energy, you have nothing. This speaks a lot more to life than just investing. And the bottom line is, he is absolutely right about this. Let me tell you a story. When I first got out of college, I worked as an accountant. I hated it. I hated going to work every single day. In order to make my life easier, I taught myself how to code. I taught myself how to code so I could make a lot of the redundant accounting tasks that happen on a monthly, quarterly, and annual basis automated. As I was learning how to code, I realized I really love coding. And I just started putting my entire energy into that, teaching myself all the ins and outs of coding. Eventually that led to me getting out of accounting and into IT. And I've never been happier. I had so much passion for it. I love doing it. And I wake up every day excited to go and just write code, do a bunch of different data analytics stuff. And I never had that passion for the accounting. So passion here is so important, and it gives you that energy to succeed in whatever it is you want to succeed in life. Finally, quote 10. Trust is like the air we breathe. When it's present, nobody really notices. When it's absent, everybody notices. This applies to every aspect of life: business, personal life, relationships, whatever. If we don't have that trust there, we're just not going to be as great as we could be. And we really have to have trust to have a successful, happy life. And honestly, if that trust goes away, it's really hard to earn it back. I've made mistakes in my life where I've lost trust of other people. I regret it, and I work very hard to re-earn that trust. And I've made promises to myself to never violate trust in that way again. It is so important to have a trustworthy, good reputation. And if with that, you will just have a very successful life. I'd like to thank everybody for sticking with me through this video. There's a lot we can learn from Mr. Buffett. He has these very pithy pearls of wisdom that we can all digest very easily. And if we apply his maxims, we can easily make our life much better. Do you have different interpretations of these quotes? Let me know what you think by commenting below. Please, if you haven't done so already, hit that like button for this amazing video and subscribe to the channel. It really helps me out and lets me know you want to be a part of this community of quality investors. Also, hit that notification bell so you can know right away when I post more great content just like this. Thank you and happy investing.